So the first person I want to introduce is Dr. Tatyana Lachowich. I hope I pronounced that right. She's a second generation chiropractic practicing at Maryville Chiropractic Massage Clinic. She practiced in a family-based clinic and is also trained in chiropractic pediatrics. She provides chiropractic, orthotics, acupuncture, and therapeutic exercise prescription. 3 years ago, she also found the need to help her patients manage stress in order to improve their clinical response. She decided to take a sabbatical to travel to Thailand and live in an ashram to learn yoga therapy. She's pleased to incorporate exercise and yoga into her patients' daily routines. So please welcome Tatyana Lachowich.
Hey everyone. So Paul, thanks for the opportunity. You know, being in my line of business, I get to work with people all day long and help them with their healing. And it's just been, it's nice to have this opportunity to share again, because that's a big part of who I identify as. And I'm just really grateful for that. So thank you to you for putting this together. As a chiropractor, the most common thing I see in my office are people with musculoskeletal pain. And one thing that definitely increases that is stress or cortisol. And stress can come from physical, chemical, emotional sources. And I guess what Paul had asked me to talk about today is a little bit more about how I'm dealing personally as being an entrepreneur that can't work, who really identifies with what she does. And really everything that I went to go learn in that ashram that I was using to help my patients get better clinical results to reduce stressors, that's what I'm using. So the first thing is just something as simple as square breathing. And often in my practice, I'll see people coming in with muscle tension through the shoulders, the back of the neck, headaches, they have chest pain, they have mid-back pain. And sometimes, you know, we can do a treatment with them, but simply it's that they're just not breathing properly. And so I posted a video on my Facebook page. If you guys want to follow along on there, you can. We can all kind of follow each other on Facebook after this, or Instagram or whatnot. But it's so simple. You just put one hand on your breastbone, one hand on your belly, and you breathe in for a count of 4, and then out for a count of 4. So the thing is, if you're doing this morning and night for 5 minutes, I've been sort of implementing that to my practice, especially if I find during a certain part of the day I get a little squirrely and I start thinking, oh my God, I'm not working. What am I going to do? Like all those thoughts that kind of come in and then you start to spiral, right? Take those 5 minutes, set the timer on your phone, do the breathing. So what naturally happens when you're breathing like this, our nervous system has 2 parts to it. There's the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So sympathetic is fight or flight, and parasympathetic is rest and digest. And a natural healthy nervous system can toggle back and forth between the 2 of those. So let's say, Paul, you're walking down the street, all of a sudden a dog comes, runs at you. What do you want to do? You want to get away, right? So what has to happen? Blood pressure has to go up, blood vessels have to constrict, you start releasing cortisol, which is a stress hormone. All the blood that's going to your digestive organs, your immune system, all those things that are non-essential to survival, those get shunted away. So everything tenses up. And what happens is cortisol is increasing. So now if we have this virus going around, once the dog is done, we go back into parasympathetic. We can rest. Our body can start to digest our food again. The immune system can kick in. What's happening now with this virus and all these extra stressors is that we're staying in that sympathetic response. So by doing this simple square breathing exercise for 5 minutes, research actually shows you can kick yourself into that parasympathetic zone. Just something to help your muscle tension, to help your body, to help your healing at this time. And I usually recommend doing that like twice a day. So that's what I've been doing, or anytime that you really feel like those thoughts are starting to race. Now, another point with racing thoughts is the concept of pratyahara. I don't know if anyone knows about that, but in yogic tradition, when you have a negative thought enter your mind, you start to wire your neurons in your brain to naturally think that way. It becomes a habit to think negatively like that. So what they taught us in the ashram was that every time a negative thought comes into your mind, replace it with something that you're grateful for. And there are so many little things to be grateful for right now. You know, I'm grateful that I'm on this call with all of you, being able to share. I have my decaf right now. You know, there's so many little things to be thankful for. And maybe today you might have that negative thought 100 times. Well, we're going to start retraining that brain. And then we're replacing it with gratitude. And tomorrow you'll have it 99 times. The day after that, 98. And what eventually happens is you start rewiring the neural pathways in your brain that you're thinking in a positive way. And we can't change what we can't change. You can do everything you can. You can call your mortgage broker. You can call the bank. You can reach out to people on here to help you with your business. After that, these thoughts aren't going to help you. They're not serving you. So just thank them, acknowledge what the feeling is, and then just release them. And finally, keep moving. For those of you who do follow me, you see that I've been on my bike, I've been running, just trying to keep moving. Your joints, they want movement. They really, really, really crave movement. And the worst thing we can be doing right now is just sitting on the sofa and watching Netflix and not moving and not doing anything, because that's how we get nourishment to the joints. Also to our nervous system. It's bathed in something called cerebral spinal fluid. When we move, that nourishment goes all over all the nerves and gives food to our nervous system. So just keep moving. One thing that I've been doing for a lot of my patients is if they reach out, I'm putting together just yogic practices of what they can do in the morning, stretches, etc. If you guys like, I'm more than happy to do a yoga class for everyone, just a free class that we can get together, get everyone moving, get everyone feeling better. And yeah, those are my tips on what I've been doing, sort of mind, body, spirit, to get me through this time, because I can't be in practice, but I can definitely share this information